Hello, my friend. Welcome to our channel, Relax with Bedtime Stories. My name is Mushroom, and it is an honor to be your guide tonight. This is a space for you to let go, to rest. So take a slow breath and exhale gently. Feel the weight of the day melting away as we drift together into a world of calm and wonder. Now, let's step through the door into a story that will soothe your soul and carry you gently into dreamland. You feel your eyelids growing heavier as you lie there, and with each breath, the edges of the waking world blur. The walls of your room dissolve into something softer, darker, and infinitely more magical. You notice the faint scent of moss, as if your pillow has been swapped for a patch of forest floor. The air is cooler now, tinged with the earthy perfume of rain-soaked bark. When you finally open your eyes in this new place, the sky above is ink black, except for a sweep of silver moonlight spilling between the canopy of trees. The trunks are ancient, gnarled, wide enough that 3 of you could hug them and still not touch fingertips. The forest here doesn't just stand still, it breathes. You hear the slow inhale of leaves trembling in the night air, and the sigh of branches stretching after centuries of holding secrets. Your feet are bare, but somehow they feel warm, cushioned by a carpet of moss. You take a step forward, and the ground beneath you hums faintly, almost like it's greeting you. It's not an unpleasant hum. It's the sort of vibration you feel in your chest at a live concert. Except no one here is selling overpriced snacks. Somewhere ahead, the mist thickens, curling low along the forest floor, pooling like dream milk around the bases of trees. The light is strange too. There's moonlight, yes, but also a softer glow, as if the air itself has decided to carry a candle. You sense it before you see it. A gate. Not a human-made thing of iron or wood, but an archway formed naturally. Branches of 2 ancient oaks grown toward one another until they intertwine. Between them, a pale mist hangs like a curtain, the shimmer of it inviting and slightly mischievous, like a cat pretending it doesn't want you to pet it. The moment you step closer, you feel it, a tug, deep in the center of your chest. Not a force pulling you forward against your will, but a recognition. You've been here before. Not in this body, perhaps, but somewhere in your soul's long memory, this gate is home. Historians still argue whether certain cultures' myths about thin places were based on actual locations or symbolic inner journeys. Celtic folklore, for instance, spoke of salmon nights when the veil between worlds was paper thin and spirits could pass through with ease. Tonight, you seem to have stumbled right into such a place. Only it's not October 31st, and you're not wearing a cheap plastic vampire cape. As you stand before the arch, the mist stirs. There's no wind, yet it parts slightly, revealing glimpses of something beyond. You catch the faint glint of water, the curve of a lantern's glow, the suggestion of movement, too graceful for any animal you know. And then you hear it, a voice, or maybe not quite a voice, more like a thought that someone else is thinking in your direction. It says, "Welcome back." A shiver moves over your skin, not from cold, bone-level truth in those words. You aren't here for the first time. You've walked this path in dreams, in moments between waking and sleep, maybe even in lifetimes you've long forgotten. And now you've returned. You take another breath, and the air seems thicker here, velvety in your lungs, like you could almost chew it. The scent is layered: pine, damp earth, and something sweet you can't name, like a flower that only blooms under moonlight. You step through the arch. It's like passing through warm water that doesn't wet your skin, just wraps around you, making the rest of the world fade a little more. Your ears ring softly, and for a moment, you feel weightless. Then your feet touch down again, and you find yourself on a narrow path, lined with tiny, glowing mushrooms. Their light is faint but steady, guiding you deeper into the mist. You wonder if these mushrooms are anything like foxfire, that bioluminescent fungus people in the 18th century used to light up cabins at night. It's real, by the way. Foxfire actually glows in the dark thanks to a chemical reaction called bioluminescence. Miners once used it to mark pathways underground, which, in hindsight, sounds both practical and a little like living inside a fairy tale. The deeper you go, the quieter it gets. Not the heavy, suffocating silence of an empty room, but the soft, aware silence of a place that listens. You can hear your own heartbeat, steady and calm now, matching the slow rhythm of your steps. Somewhere behind you, the arch fades into the mist. You realize there's no going back, not because you can't, but because you don't want to. The air here feels alive. The ground underfoot seems to carry your weight like a trusted friend. You get the distinct feeling you're being watched, but not in a creepy serial killer in a Netflix documentary way. More like a grandmother who's checking to make sure you ate enough before you left the house. As you round a bend, the mist shifts, revealing the faint outline of what might be a structure ahead. Not a building, too organic for that. It looks almost like a tree grown into the shape of a doorway, framed in vines. And though you can't see anyone, you feel someone on the other side. There's a warmth in your chest now, spreading slowly, like a candle being lit in a dark room. You know, without knowing how, that you're getting closer, not just to wherever this path leads, but to someone you've come here to meet, someone who's been waiting. You keep walking, your breath steady, your body loose, your mind open. The forest seems to hum with quiet approval. A small moth flutters past your face, its wings dusted with silver in the moonlight. You watch it vanish into the shadows ahead, and a thought brushes your mind again. Follow. And so you do. You follow the moth into the thickening mist, its silvered wings catching glimmers of moonlight with each slow beat. The forest air feels different here, warmer somehow, like walking into a room where a fire has been burning for hours. You hear it before you see it, a gentle tinkling sound, like tiny bells swaying in a breeze. Except there's no breeze, and the sound is oddly steady, almost like footsteps. The path beneath your bare feet narrows, curling slightly uphill. On either side, the glowing mushrooms are joined by low shrubs with leaves that look dipped in frost, sparkling faintly, even though there's no snow. Each step you take makes the mist ripple outward, as though you're walking through a giant bowl of milk. You get the faintest sense that if you looked back right now, you wouldn't see where you started. Just an endless stretch of silver fog. And honestly, you're not too bothered by that. Up ahead, a dim golden glow appears, small at first, then growing steadily brighter. It's a lantern, round, made of something like paper, but stronger, glowing from within, as if holding a fragment of the sun. It hangs low from a crooked wooden post stuck into the ground, and beside it, another appears, then another. A whole row of them lines the path, casting a warm light that pushes the mist back in soft, round halos. There's something deeply comforting about this light. It's not harsh or glaring. It's the kind of light that would look perfect in a rainy cafe window while you sip tea and judge people's choice of footwear. As you walk between the lanterns, you can't help but wonder who lit them. They're too perfectly placed to be random. You half expect to see a forest caretaker step out from behind a tree. A little old man in a weathered coat, muttering about lantern oil. But no one appears. The only movement is the moth, still ahead of you, landing now and then on a lantern post before fluttering forward again. Your mind drifts hurried, and you remember reading once about the Japanese tradition of Toro Nagashi, where paper lanterns are floated down rivers to guide the spirits of the dead. This path feels like the forest's own version of that, a way of lighting the way home. Except here, you're not quite sure if you're the spirit or the guest. Historians still argue whether the origin of those lantern rituals was purely spiritual or partly practical. After all, lanterns also kept people from tripping into rivers at night, which is the sort of danger both humans and spirits might want to avoid. Somewhere beyond the next bend, the air grows heavier with scent, burnt cedar, warm resin, and something faintly sweet, like wild honey. Your senses sharpen, and you feel that tug again in your chest, stronger now. The moth dips out of sight, and instead, you hear the soft swish of fabric ahead. A shape emerges from the mist. At first, it's just a darker shadow among the trees. Then the lantern light brushes over it, and you see a tall figure, cloaked in deep green, face hidden under a hood. They carry a staff, crowned with a spiral of woven branches, and from the top hangs a single tiny bell, the source of that tinkling sound. You pause, because, well, they look like they've walked straight out of a medieval tapestry. The figure tilts their head, and you realize they've been expecting you. There's no startle, no hesitation, just a slow nod, as if greeting an old friend who's finally shown up after being a little late, but not so late that it's awkward. When they speak, their voice is low, warm, and threaded with an accent you can't place. The path ahead is yours, they say, but the lanterns will only follow if you keep your heart open. You nod back, because honestly, what else are you going to do? Pretend pretend you don't know what they mean? No thanks. You've seen enough movies to know that's a rookie mistake in mystical forests. The figure steps aside, gesturing toward the path, and you notice that as they move, the lantern nearest them brightens slightly, then dims again as they release it. You walk past, feeling a ripple of warmth brush your skin as you pass the edge of their cloak. The lanterns ahead light one by one as you move forward, like they're waking from a long nap, just in time to guide you. And here's the strange part. They don't just light up. Each one hums faintly, a different note, so that as you walk, you're moving through a soft, shifting harmony. It's beautiful in a way that's hard to describe, like being inside a lullaby. You start to notice that the notes match your footsteps, adjusting when you slow, brightening when you step with more confidence. A thought crosses your mind, half serious, half amused. What if the universe is basically just one big interactive playlist, and your spirit guides are the DJs? The mist thins enough for you to see more clearly ahead now. The path begins to widen, the lanterns spacing farther apart. The forest canopy opens a little, letting the moonlight tell over a wide clearing. In the center, something glints. Stone, maybe, or water. You're not close enough to tell, but you feel that now familiar pull in your chest, urging you on. The warmth of the lanterns lingers behind you, but their light doesn't reach the clearing's center. This place is lit only by the moon, which hangs directly overhead, unnaturally large, like it's leaning in to get a better look. And there, right at the edge of the clearing, you stop. It's not fear that holds you still, but reverence, like stepping into an ancient cathedral and realizing you're about to walk down the main aisle. The ground is covered in fine silver sand, and in the middle, you catch the shape of something tall and ringed, perhaps stones. You're close now, close to where the lantern path ends, close to where someone or something is waiting. And in the quiet, you hear the faintest sound. Not the bell anymore, not the hum of lanterns. This is softer, almost like whispering. You step onto the silver sand, and it gives slightly under your bare feet. Soft enough to sink into, but springy, like walking on the shore where the tide has just pulled back. The whispering grows clearer, though it still seems to come from all directions at once, curling through the air like smoke. You pause, tilting your head, trying to catch the words. It's not English. It's not any language you can place at all. Yet somehow, your heart understands, even if your mind doesn't. The mist has thinned almost entirely here, letting the moonlight spill uninterrupted over the clearing. In the center, you see them, a circle of tall stones, each one as high as a person, and carved with markings that glow faintly, like embers hiding beneath rock. They're not arranged randomly. They form a perfect ring, wide enough that 10 people could stand inside without touching the edges. The whispers deepen into a low, resonant hum, and you realize it is coming from the stones themselves. The air feels charged now, a static energy that makes the hairs on your arms lift. The sensation isn't threatening. It's more like standing too close to a powerful waterfall, where you can feel the force vibrating through your bones. Historians still argue whether ancient stone circles, like Stonehenge, or astronomical calendars, ritual sites, or something else entirely. The mainstream theories focus on solstice alignments, but there are fringe ideas too, that such stones could amplify energy, acting as a bridge between realms. Standing here now, you think maybe those fringe theories aren't so fringe after all. You take a step closer, and the whispering changes. It feels aware of you, like the sound has shifted its focus, leaning in to examine you the way a cat might sniff a newcomer before deciding whether to sit on them. The glow in the carvings brightens slightly as you approach, and the hum deepens, resonating through your chest like a second heat. Without meaning to, you find yourself placing your hand on the nearest stone. The surface is cool, smoother than it looks, but not perfectly flat. There are tiny grooves and ridges where the carvings curl in spirals and loops. The moment your skin meets the stone, the glow intensifies, and a pulse of warmth runs from your fingertips up your arm. Your breath catches. The hum sharpens into something like a voice. Not a single voice, but many, layered together so closely they become one. It's deep, but not low-pitched, more like the depth of a drumbeat you feel in your body, rather than hear with your ears. You've walked far, it says, though the words aren't spoken. They bloom directly in your mind, fully formed. You swallow, unsure if you're supposed to answer out loud. Yes, you murmur, because politeness seems like a good default when conversing with glowing rocks that may or may not be inhabited by ancient intelligences. The stone warms under your hand, and your vision shifts, just slightly, enough to make the clearing ripple like a heat haze. The moon above swells even larger, and the sand beneath your feet seems to shimmer with threads of silver light. Shapes begin to form in the air around you, hazy at first, then clearer. Figures stepping between the stones. Some are tall and cloaked, like the lantern bearer you met before. Others appear as animals, an owl with eyes like molten gold, a wolf whose fur ripples like smoke, a stag with antlers tipped in tiny stars. You realize, with a shiver, that these are your spirit guides, not just one, but many, beings who have walked beside you through lifetimes, appearing in whatever form you most needed at the time. You feel their presence as much as see it, a weightless warmth pressing gently against your skin. One figure steps forward. They're human-shaped, but their features are soft, shifting, like water seen through glass. When they speak, their voice is a blend of tones, old and young, male and female, familiar and strand, all at once. You've been listening, they say. Now you will hear. The other guides move to stand in a loose circle around you, mirroring the stones. The hum deepens again, and the carving's glow flares until the clearing is awash in light. You close your eyes instinctively, but instead of darkness, you see images, memories that aren't quite yours. A child laughing under a cherry tree, the rush of waves against a cliff where you've never stood, A night sky filled with constellations you don't recognize, yet somehow know the names of. One memory lingers longer than the rest. A firelit room where you sit across from someone with kind eyes and weathered hands. They hand you a small object, a stone, smooth and warm, and whisper, "You'll know when to use it." The memory fades before you can ask what it means. You open your eyes to find the guides still watching. The human-shaped one tilts their head, studying you. "You've carried many questions," they say. "Some answers will come tonight. Hers will wait for the right dawn." Part of you wants to press for more. Another part, deeper, quieter, knows this is enough for now. Spirit guides aren't here to hand over a cheat sheet to life. They're more like cosmic hiking buddies who occasionally point out that you're about to walk into a swamp. The hum begins to soften, the glow dimming until the carvings are just faint lines in the moonlight again. The guides' shapes fade into the mist, though the warmth of their presence lingers. The human-shaped one is the last to go, their voice brushing your mind one more time. The river waits. The clearing falls still. The only sound now is your own breathing, slow and even. The silver sand underfoot feels cooler, and when you glance back at the path you came from, the lanterns are gone. There's only one way forward, between two stones at the far edge of the circle, where a faint shimmer marks another threshold. And somewhere beyond it, you can hear water. You step between the two stones, and the air shifts again, thicker, warmer, carrying the unmistakable scent of running water. The ground changes under your feet, silver sand giving way to smooth, dark soil, laced with tiny glints, as if someone scattered crushed gemstones along the path. The shimmer ahead resolves into a ribbon of silver blue light. A river, wide and slow-moving. Its surface so glassy that the moonlight doesn't just reflect. It seems to melt into it. The water makes no sound as it flows, but you can feel its presence, the way you feel the bass from a distant drum. A steady, invisible pulse moving through the air and into your chest. You approach the bank, and the air cools slightly, scented with something mineral and clean. Kneeling, you trail your fingers through the surface. It's warm, not just room temperature warm, but the warmth of a memory you didn't know you had. Images bloom in your mind the moment your skin touches the water. At first, they're faint and scattered. Your own hands tying shoelaces as a child, a bird alighting on a fence post, the sound of laughter from a voice you haven't heard in years. Then, the river shifts. The images grow sharper, pulling you into them as if you've stepped through a doorway. You see yourself from a lifetime ago, different clothes, different body, but the same spark in your eyes. You're standing in a crowded market, speaking to a friend about a journey you're about to take. You can almost smell the bread baking in a nearby stall. The scene changes again. Now you're older, sitting by a small fire under a star-laden sky. A stranger offers you a carved wooden amulet and says, "When the moon is full, the path will open." You don't remember this in your waking life, yet the moment feels as familiar as last week's breakfast. Historians still argue whether certain recurring dreams are simply products of the subconscious or fragments of something more, past lives, ancestral memories, or shared human experiences echoing through generations. Standing here now, your hand in this impossible river, you lean toward the ladder. The water ripples and the view shifts again. This time, it's not the past you're seeing, but something ahead. You're walking on a sunlit hillside, a figure at your side whose face you can't quite make out. They speak, but the words are lost to the wind. You feel calm, safe, like the outcome of whatever's ahead is already written in your favor. You pull your hand back, the images fading like steam on glass. Across the river, mist clings to the far bank, and in it, you see shapes moving, your spirit guides, watching without stepping closer. The human-shaped one you met at the stones raises their hand in a small, deliberate gesture, and then you notice it. A small wooden boat tied to a post just a few feet away. It's simple, unpainted, with a single lantern hanging from its bow. You know, without being told, that you're meant to cross. I now step in. The wood steady beneath your feet. The moment you settle onto the bench, the boat begins to drift forward, as if carried by an unseen hand. The water is so smooth that you barely feel movement. Yet the far shore draws nearer with every slow breath you take. Halfway across, you glance into the water again. This time, it's not random images. It's you, right now, sitting in the boat, but there's something different. Your reflection is smiling, a quiet, knowing smile you don't remember putting on. The version of you in the water raises a hand, as if in farewell, and then the image ripples away. On the opposite bank, the boat slides to a stop without a sound. You step out onto cool, damp earth, the lantern's glow lingering behind you. The mist here is thicker again, but it carries a faint golden hue, like dawn pressing against night. The river hums softly behind you, its song fading as you move forward. You know you won't see it again tonight, but its warmth will follow you, woven into your pulse. Up ahead, the mist parts just enough to reveal the beginning of a bridge, arched, delicate, and glowing faintly, as though made of woven light. The air here is different again, softer, quieter, the kind of quiet that makes you want to whisper, even when you're alone. And somewhere in that stillness, you feel your guides waiting. One last time, fridge rises before you, elegant and impossibly delicate. Its surface woven from threads of light that shift subtly in color, silver to gold, gold to pale blue, then back again. It doesn't look like something you could walk on. It looks like something you should frame and hang in a museum with a sign that says, "Do not touch." And yet, it feels solid under your bare feet the moment you step onto it. Not stone, not wood, more like stepping on firm clouds. If if clouds had decided to hold their shape just for you. The air here is warmer than at the river's edge, but not heavy. It moves around you like a gentle tide, carrying the faint scent of wildflowers you haven't seen since, well, maybe ever. You take a few slow steps, and as you do, the mist parts to reveal what lies beyond the bridge. At first, it's just more of that velvety darkness, moonlight spilling in gentle pools. But then, shapes begin to emerge. Fields rolling out under starlight, a cluster of warm, glowing lights in the distance. Maybe a village, maybe something else entirely. The glow isn't harsh or urgent. It feels like an invitation you can accept now or later. Halfway across, you pause. The bridge hums beneath your feet, soft, steady, almost like it's breathing. And then you hear it, the whisper again. Only now, it's not from the stones, not from the river. It's from inside you. You carry us forward. You turn your head, and there they are, your guides. Not in a circle this time, but gathered loosely at the bridge's beginning. The owl perches on the railing, its eyes pools of liquid gold. The wolf stands silent, tail low but steady. The stag's antlers glint faintly as though catching the light of unseen stars. The human-shaped guide steps forward, their form clearer now, though still shifting in small ways, hair lengthening, features softening or sharpening, clothing changing texture as you look. They don't speak aloud. Instead, their presence fills you, mind, a warmth that spreads outward from your chest to your fingertips. You have what you need, they say, not because we gave it to you, but because it was always yours. You want to ask the question that's been waiting since you first stepped into the mist. Will I see you again? But before you can, they tilt their head and you hear the faintest laugh, gentle, amused, like someone who knows the ending of a story you're still reading. We never leave. The words sink in, slow and steady, until you feel them settle deep in your bones. It's not about finding your guides each time. It's about remembering they were there all along. You take another step forward, and the bridge responds. The light beneath your feet brightens, casting a soft glow around your ankles. Each step after that feels lighter, easier, until the end of the bridge rises before you. The moment you step off, the glow begins to fade behind you. You glance back once to see the bridge dissolving into the mist, as though it has only ever meant to be there for you tonight. Your guides stand at the far edge, silhouettes in the soft light, watching as you go. You raise your hand in farewell, not because you're leaving them, but because you know you'll carry their presence into whatever dreams come next. The ground here is softer still, more like the surface of a deep, comfortable bed. You realize the air has the same warmth and weight as the space between wakefulness and sleep. That fleeting moment when you're not sure if you're still in your room or already in your dreams. You lie down without meaning to, the earth molding perfectly to your shape. The stars above seem impossibly close now, like you could reach up and stir them with your fingertips. And as your eyes grow heavier, the last thing you hear is that same hum, the sound of lanterns, of river water, of the stones' whisper, braided together into a single, wordless lullaby. Whisper, the bridge has carried you home. Though home now feels larger than a place, it's a space inside you, one you can return to whenever you close your eyes and breathe. The weight of the day has slipped away. Every muscle in your body rests heavy and warm, like stones left in the sun. Your breath has found its rhythm again, slow, steady, as if the world itself is exhaling with you. You remember the lantern path, the glow that lit your way through the mist. You remember the stone's hum and the shapes of those who stood beside you. You remember the river, carrying memories you didn't know you had. And you remember the bridge, its light meeting your steps as though it had been waiting only for you. Every piece of that journey has followed you here. The warmth in your chest is still there. The quiet laughter of your guides still curling softly at the edge of thought. You don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to drop. It's part of you now, stitched into the quiet spaces between each heartbeat. Let your eyelids grow heavier. Let the breath in your body draw deeper. Feel the earth beneath you cradle your weight. The air wrap around you like the softest blanket. The hum is still there, fainter now, but steady, guiding you down into rest. The stars above are patient. They'll keep watch while you sleep. And somewhere beyond the edges of tonight's dream, your guides wait. Not far away, not unreachable, just here. Always here. Good night.